All right, I believe we are live now. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to Crypto Bulls Club. My name is Soham, and this is your daily Bitcoin technical analysis and news. If you're new to this channel, make sure you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also do not forget to share this video with your friends and family because this is where we cater to all your requirements for crypto and tell you the subscribe button and also do not forget to share this. Yes. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to Crypto Bulls Club. If I have to talk about the market today, the market has performed relatively well today. It's up about 7.5% in the last 24 hours. And yeah, Bitcoin has gained about 7%. So has Ethereum and BNB, the top three largest coins that are there. If I have to talk about the top gainers, then the top gainers are Pocket Network, which is up about 28.5%. Loopring up about 20%, Phantom up about 19%, Thorchain up about 16%, and quite a few others are also up more than 10%. If I were to talk about the top losers in the top 100 tokens, then Terra is down about 2%, Bitcup coin is down about 1.9%, Leo token about 0.3, and that's all. Not much to speak about from the downside. Okay, so if you can hear me clearly, if you can watch my screen clearly, do let me know by commenting below right now, guys. Okay, do let me know by commenting below right away so that I can understand that you are able to hear and watch whatever we are analyzing here. Okay, so all right. So as mentioned, the Bitcoin price is currently coming in at about $36,700. If I go to the daily time frame right here, you'll be able to see that okay, the last 3 days. So yesterday was started off as a bad day, but it closed on a green note. That is a good part that we are seeing right now. It made a low of about 32,950 and closed at around 36,000. So that was yesterday's candle. If you just zoom into yesterday's candle itself, you can see there was a long wick which represents that there was actually a lot of buying pressure coming in. So that is actually good. How was the volume? Let's take a quick look on the volume side of things here as well, and this will give us an idea. So the volume was also relatively better. If you just see there, yesterday's volume was way better. It was actually one of the higher green candles on the volume chart that we had for quite some time. If you just draw a line right here, you will see that back in July, before August, we got this kind of a volume. So if I just get a horizontal line right here, you will be able to see this thing very very clearly. Look at this. It was back here in July 26th that we got this much of volume on a green candle. On the red candle, yes, there are a couple of days which have been good, which have seen good volume, like for example 21st of January got good volume, again 22nd got good volume as well. So we were above the 20 day simple moving average, which is a good thing here as well. So today's agenda, we are going to discuss not only about the moving averages, but also what I'm going to show you is basically the possibility of uh, you know the picture of the NVT and the historical volatility combined, because they actually give us a lot of cheat codes or hints as to where the Bitcoin price could be heading next. Also, what we are going to do is I'm going to analyze a few of my top altcoins. Like for example, I'm going to analyze two today. I'm going to analyze FTM and Loopring. Apart from these two, if you have any other altcoins and you want me to analyze them for you, do let me know by commenting below. And if you have started watching, smash up the like button right now. Okay, guys. All right. So let's begin first with the moving averages on the daily time frame, right? If I have to talk about the moving averages on the daily time frame, then as you can see clearly here, we held the 20-day as a resistance. It is absolutely clear. We have been, we have held the 20-day as resistance multiple number of times. If you can, I'll just remove all other coin, all other moving averages, and we'll just discuss about this point right here. How many times did we hold the 20-week as a resistance? So here we did hold it as a resistance. Here we broke above it, but we could not sustain. This was a fake out. Then again we held it here as a resistance, here as a resistance once more, and then currently we are again heading towards it, right? So this is something that we can see. Now what we can understand from this, right? After this kind of a dip, a huge dip which generally comes in, we tend to move slightly sideways or a bit to the north. Now what we have seen in the past is basically whenever we are getting this kind of a huge few days, couple of days candles where the loss is actually more than 20, 25, around 20% or more than 15%, we will move sideways and we will test the 20-week once more, right? So if we just tend to just get a line probably, okay, if we just tend to draw a line right here, we can expect that the 20-week might continue in this fashion, right, in this particular fashion, and it could be sooner rather than later that we can test the 20-week once more, and that will be the real test for the Bitcoin price. Now people are getting excited already. They are saying that okay, we are down, we are done with the downside, now we are only moving to the north. But on our channel, we our job is to keep you level headed, and that's why we are telling you that do not celebrate this early. Okay, just give it some more time. Let's try to understand how Bitcoin reacts, and possibly keep in mind the dates that we have discussed. 28th of January is the date when a big expiry is due, right? And 28th of January is still about a couple of days from now. Okay, so that is something that we would like to remind you guys. Okay, do not enter into leverage positions, do not enter into huge long positions right now. For if you have to listen to me, do not enter into any leverage position, even with 2x 3x leverage. Do not do that, because you never know that there could be a big wick coming down to $20,000 or $25,000 for that matter, right? And those are known as liquidation wicks. So if you want to understand what I'm talking about, I'm talking about these kind of wicks. What do these wicks do? These kind of wicks are actually there to liquidate the positions. Okay, these wicks actually liquidate the positions, and for spot trader, there's absolutely no challenge, no problem whatsoever. But if you are a leverage trader, and if you might be an experienced trader as well, right, then also these will actually kill your positions and absolutely leave you with nothing, and that is not something that we want, right? So the 20 week is currently coming in at about the $40,852, and over the past few days, over the next few days, we are expecting that this will actually continue its move towards the downside. What is the reason? The simple reason is that we will be printing, if we are not going above the 20 week. Okay, if we are below the 20 week, that means we are printing candles which are less than the candles that we printed 20 days back, right? If we just take a look at the date range, and if we just take from today's candle onwards, and if we just go back 20 days, you will be able to see that 20 days back exactly, the candle that we had printed had a high of $47,000 and a low of $42,600. Instead of that candle, we are actually printing a candle which is currently at about, which made a high today of about $37,000, and it made a low of $35,000. So basically, it is way lower than this one. That means this curve is going to continue coming down till the time we are actually making some higher highs. Okay, this is absolutely important. Now, if we look at another moving average, which actually plays a very significant role, what is that moving average? That is the 200-day, right? The 200-day, if you are basically into any kind of technical analysis, you would be knowing that the 200-day is a very critical point for any trader. Why is that? Because a lot of traders actually consider the price action above 200-day as a bull market, and the price action below 200-day as a bear market. Okay, this is very, very important. Right now, we are way off the 200 days. The 200 days coming at about 48,750. So that's about $12,000 from the current position. If I have to talk about the in terms of percentage, that's about 30%, right? It's about 31% of the total, of the Bitcoin price right now. I mean to say it needs to gain 30% in order to reach the 200-day. And what has happened in the past? So here we treated the 200-day as a resistance. Okay, if you can see this clearly, we had a wick, quite a few daily candles below the 200-day, and then we corrected. Now if you are there on our Telegram channel, you would be knowing that basically we had discussed about this, that if we are closing, below the 200-day, we are closing the 200-day as a resistance, then downside movements are, inevitable, that it has to happen. Because if what we do on our channel is we look left and zoom out and look left, and you'll have all the answers, right? For example, here the last time we treated the 200-day as a resistance right here was back in May of 2021. What happened after that? We got a pullback. How much was this pullback? This pullback was approximately about 30%, right? And how much pullback have we got so far? So far also we have got about 30% pullback, right? So this is very, very much expected. We expected this kind of movement, even if we look further to the left side, right? Because since 2020 onwards, Bitcoin had actually started treating the 200-day as a support. Like you can see right here, we just treated it as a support once, and then we just took off from the lows of about $8,500 or $8,000. We went all the way to about $65,000 before breaking below the 200-day. This is extremely, extremely important to note. Now, again, if we look further left, also you will be able to see, right? Here also, back in 2018, we treated the 200-day as a resistance, and we treated it as a resistance multiple number of times. So how much pullback did we get? We got a pullback of approximately 68 or 69%, right? Approximately 70%. So this is something that is, we should be very, very much cautious about. Okay. So these two moving averages on the weekly time, on the daily time frame is important. What is the other moving average that we need to be concerned about? We need to be concerned about the 20-week. Okay. This is extremely, extremely critical. The 20-week is extremely critical. Why is that? Because again, like I mentioned, for few traders, 200 days is the parameter, and for few other traders, 220-week is the other parameter here as well. So where are we in terms of these moving averages? This is the 200-week. Let me get rid of it and let me take the 20-week, right? So the 20-week is currently coming in at about $51,000. $51,200 is where the 20-week is coming in. And if you see, like the 200-day, we have treated the 20-week as a support multiple number of times. And whenever we have treated it as a resistance, as you can see right here, back in 2018, we got a big dump. Okay, how much was this dump? For the first time when we treated it as a resistance, we got a dump of about 40%. Then again, we went up and then again treated it as a resistance, right? And then we got a dump of about 60%. So this is extremely, extremely crucial. Till now, we have actually, we tried breaking, we broke below it, we tried breaking above it, but treated it as a resistance. And till date, we have, got a correction of about 35% from the 220 weeks. So this is extremely, extremely important, guys. Okay. And Bitcoin has broken above $37,000, which is again very important as well. Now, if I have to talk about the importance of the 200 week, okay, let me talk about the 50 week, then we'll go to the 200 week, right? So let me see the 50 week first. Okay, now what has happened is basically, this market cycle earlier, when we dropped below the 20 week, we treated the 50 week as our support. As you can see right here, we treated it as a support, then we bounced up. Till now, we haven't tested it, right? We broke right through it as if there was no 50 week, right? This is absolutely critical, like how we did back in March of 2020 during the Black Thursday. Okay, Now, what has happened here is basically once we get rejected by the 50 week, the last time when we got rejected by the 50 week was back in July of 2018, and we came down by approximately 60%, right, from the 50 week. Now, till now, we haven't broken above the 50 week, or we haven't gone past the 50 week, right? What will be important from Bitcoin's perspective is whenever we go and test these levels. Now, mind you, I have an indicator which tells us where the 50 week could actually be going to, right, in the near future. Okay, that is important to note. Basically, what we can see is over the next few weeks, the 50 week will actually be coming down, right? It will actually be coming down. And if we go up, let's say somewhere during February or March to test the 50 week, and if we get rejected, that will not be a good sign. Okay. What we want is we want to move above it, come down, treat it as a support, and bounce from the 50 week. That will be extremely, extremely crucial from the Bitcoin perspective and from the altcoin perspective as well. Again, if I have to talk about the worst case scenario, my worst case scenario, so I'll cover it right here itself, is the 200 week. That's the importance of the 200 week. And the 200 week currently is coming in at about the $19,500. It's still about more than 50% from the current positions. If I will talk about it, yeah, it's down about 46, 48% approximately, about close to 50%, right? So that is the worst case scenario, right? That is where I will be, putting in all my money into Bitcoin. Everything that I have, I'm just gonna put it into Bitcoin. Why is that? Again, we have discussed multiple times in our channel. Look at this. Every time, every single time in the history of Bitcoin, the 10 or 12-year history of Bitcoin, the bottom is near about the 200 week. Okay. Now you'll say we had wicks going below. Now, my friend, no one can predict the bottom of the market, right? I can't, you can't, nobody ever has, and I don't think nobody ever will be able to predict the bottom, right? But if you had bought at the 200 week, you would have done very, very well, right? And that is what my target is. The worst case scenario for me is the 200 week on the for the Bitcoin price, right? And accordingly, for other altcoins it could be different. It's not necessarily the 200 week, but for Bitcoin it's the 200 week. That's the worst case scenario that we have, right? Now let's move on to the NVT and the historical volatility. This is important. Why? Because if you are new on our channel, you would be knowing this, that basically we have been tracking the NVT, and there's very simple way to track it. Just track the color, whether it is in red or whether it is in white. As simple as that. Red means the momentum is there in the market. White means the momentum has died down. Okay, this is extremely easy and simple. On the weekly time frame, just open the NVT on your trading view and you will be able to understand it. Crypto world is asking, is 200 week is the $20,000? Yes, currently it's at $19,400 approximately, but with time I think it will be going up, and we are not getting a dump straight to 20,000. That's not going to happen, right? There could not there I presume there will not be a single candle that will take us straight to 20,000 from these highs, right? That's not going to happen. If even if we are going to $20,000, or even if you are going to the 200 week, let's not say the $20,000. Let me get that back. Okay, let me get that back. And whenever we are getting to the 200 week, the 200 week might come a little bit higher. It might come at around 23,000, 24,000, $25,000. Okay, I'm not saying that the worst case scenario is $20,000. I can't say about the dollar value. What I can tell you is about the moving averages. Okay, and our agenda today is that we will evaluate and we will actually basically analyze the moving averages. And that's why I have repeated this multiple times, but the 200-day is increasing, is ever increasing. Most of in the history of Bitcoin, I have never seen the 200-day 200-week, pardon me, going down, right? If you just see here, every day it has been on an uptrend, right? Unlike the 50-week, which has been going up and down, which is very, very normal, right? This is simply because over the period Bitcoin has been in an uptrend, my friends. If you understand this, just look at this, right? You will not get any other asset class which would grow at this rate. Look at this, probably 45 degrees angle, probably, actually more than that. So there will not be any other asset class which will grow at this pace, right? And Bitcoin has done it, but where people mistaken is basically when they feel that this kind of rise will continue even in the future. Please understand, with more money flowing into the market is getting matured, and it is difficult to move a big piece rather than a small piece. Now, back in 2013, 2017, also Bitcoin was a smaller piece. In 2021, 2022, Bitcoin has gained a lot of mass. By mass, what do I mean? I mean the market capital, right? So that's why we are seeing that it will take more time, lengthening cycles, my friend. Okay, I may sound like a broken record, but lengthening cycles is a fact. Lengthening cycles have been there across all asset categories. Okay, so that is something which we are expecting. What is the worst case scenario for me? Again, I'm repeating, the worst case scenario is the 200 week, not necessarily the $20,000. Back here, the 200 week was down at about $14,000. That's when I said it could go to $14,000. But what I meant was basically it could test the 200 week, which is the worst case scenario. Okay. Now again, I am saying the 200 week is up. It's currently at about 19,400. By that time, if we go there, right? If we go there, it will be at about $25,000 approximately. We may test it. That's the worst case scenario. If we are testing it, I don't think so. We are testing it anytime before March or before April for that matter, right? So if we are talking about March, it could be somewhere around 22,000. If I talk about April, it could be somewhere around 22, $23,000. Okay. So I told you right from the beginning of this year. Now I don't want to like sound some kind of a person who reads the future, but I thought that a lot of people were telling us that the first quarter is going to be the bull market. I thought right from the beginning there are very slim chances for the first quarter to be the peak of the bull market. I think we are going deeper into 2022. Could be second, could be third quarter, could be fourth quarter even, right? If I have to talk about a few experts, they're predicting it to be the fourth quarter of 2022. That is expected to, that is when it is expected that Bitcoin would actually be topping out, right? All right, then. If let's measure the NVT and the historical volatility, like I have mentioned this briefly in my videos earlier as well, but here I am. We are going to analyze it with the NVT. Okay, so let us get this right here. And the most important level, my friends, the most important level on the NVT, pardon me, on the historical volatility is the 40. Okay, and just using the NVT to for the colors. That's all. That's all. Okay, a crypto world, that's a custom indicator. That's a custom indicator that we have that projects the 50 week and the 200 week. Okay. Okay, I'll come to the Q and A's. I'll come to the Q and A's a little bit later. I see there's a question about EOS from Mayank. Crypto World is asking about three altcoins from the metaverse categories. We will cover that in the later part of the video. Definitely, we'll do that. Right now, let's focus on this part. Right, this is very very important. And let me see. Okay, okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to draw a horizontal line on the 40 level of the historical volatility. Okay, this measures the volatility in the Bitcoin price. Okay, please understand that. Right, we got the 40 level right here. You can see there are a few times that we went below the 40, right? And trust me guys, whenever we are coming out of the 40 level, we are coming above 40. Now we once we go down for 240, currently it's at 57, right? On possibly the week of 20th of December, we went down to 48, right? Here again, back in 30th August we went to 43, but we never went below the 40 level. Why is this important? I'll just share it with you. Just look at the times when we came above 40. When was this? Last time, November 2020, right? And the color, just combine this with the color. What I'll do is I'll just put some vertical lines for our benefits, right, guys? This is the time when we came out of it. Okay, let me change it to some other color. Okay, if you guys can see it, not blue, let me keep it, possibly yellow or something, if you guys can see it, right? This is the time when we came out of the 40 level, right? Again, prior to this, when we came out of the 40 level, it was back here. And what was the color? The color of the NVT is extremely crucial, guys. The color of the NVT is extremely crucial, right? This is the time we came out of the historical volatility below 40. Okay, and prior to that, when did we come out? We came out here. So we are going to take about 5 or 6 examples, and you'll understand what I exactly mean. And there's a coincidence here as well, right? Prior to that, when did we come out? We came out back in November 2018. What was the color? Just refer the color. That's it. Okay. So we are going to take the data from 2018 till 2024 times. Okay. Just see this. We have drawn this horizontal line, vertical lines right here, and just refer the color and the movement in the Bitcoin price. Okay. Here in November 2020, we came out of the levels below 40 on the historical volatility. What was the color of the NVT? Color of the NVT was red. Where did Bitcoin go? Bitcoin went from about $16,000 all the way to about $65,000. A huge move, right? Consider a 4x move, right? Now, let's go back. Let's go back to this one. February of 2020. Historical volatility went below 40 for very brief period of time, came above it, and what was the NVT color right here? The NVT color was white. What happened? Bitcoin went from about $10,500 straight dumped to about $3,500. Now, people might term it as a black swan event. People might call it that. Okay, this was the simple reason why we had, this correction. But what I'm doing is I'm just correlating the color of the NVT with this historical volatility. Okay, going back, what was the important level this time around? When was this? This was back in March 25th, 2019. If you can see this, okay, if you guys can see this right here, March 25th, 2019, we went below 40 and we came above it. When we came above it, NVT turned to red. Where did Bitcoin go? Bitcoin went from the lows of about $3,500 to the highs of about 13,000, more than $13,500, right? About a 4x gain again. Do we get a pattern right here? Do we understand what do I mean by the importance of this? Now, every time we are expecting, every time we are seeing this volatility go below 40 and come out, and the NV color is red, we're getting a move of approximately 3x to 4x from the price when it came above it. Again, let's look left again. November 2018, we came above the 40 level. If you guys can see this, we have drawn these lines. If you guys can see this clearly, we came above 40 right here. What was the Bitcoin price then? Six and a half thousand. How much did we come to? $3,000. A 50%, more than a 50% correction, right? What was the NVT color? NVT color was white, as you can see right here very, very clearly. This signifies, my friends, the importance of the historical volatility with the NVT. Okay, historical volatility is extremely important along with the NVT, and that's a cheat code for our community members. Always take a look on this one, and currently it's way above 40. It's at 58. But yeah, we came close a couple of number of times, and mind you, when it comes above 40, that is the biggest move for the Bitcoin price. Okay, that is the biggest move for the Bitcoin price right here. Okay, it is extremely, extremely crucial, right? and currently it's on the rise. So I don't think that we are going to get to 40 anytime soon. Probably in March, April, May, we might go there. Right. So these are some of the things that I wanted to highlight. Now let's jump on to the Q&As. What is the questions that we have? Okay, crypto world is talking about metaverse tokens. Again, if you have been following our channel, I have been mentioning about my favorite metaverse tokens. I believe Sandbox is is the top one for me without a shadow of a doubt. Next one that I want to talk about is, of course, Decentraland, which are the two most popular ones. Okay. Apart from them, there is one more metaverse category. Let us find out. Let us go to all categories on Coin Gecko and let's find out the metaverse right here, so that you guys can understand it and you can see it accordingly. Right, on the Coin Gecko, of course, Axie Infinity. I think so. I am not a big follower of Axie Infinity, to be honest. Sandbox, yes. Decentraland, yes. Another one which I am a big fan of is Meta Hero. I think they are doing something pretty decent, right? Meta Hero has been here for quite some time, but that would be riskier. According to me, you can look at UFO Gaming, DeFi Kingdom, or Meta Hero, right? These three could be there for some time. Okay, that is what I understand. Apart from that, if you just scroll down, you'll find many coins right here. And but my prediction, my picks. So it is difficult to pick three, but top two, if you ask me, Sandbox, Decentraland. Those are the number one and two. Okay. Crypto world is asking about shareable. I don't understand. Is okay? Are you talking about the indicator? I'll see if I can share that in the community. Right? It would be helpful for all of us. And okay, Rachit. Hello, Rachit. How are you doing? Rachit has a question that today's pump is a dead cat bounce, or are we still expecting more downside? Again, Rachit, I have mentioned this. I am expecting further downside movement uh, this week again, right? This is not a kind of a dead cat bounce, but this bounce is mainly because of the institutions buying into. If you look at Coin Glass, again, one of my favorite. I strongly recommend this website, guys. I strongly recommend this website, CoinGlass. This actually tells us a lot of indicators. Okay, and what we would like to understand here is basically your exchange flows, right? That is important, right? Exchange flows is extremely important. And if you just go to possibly right here, okay, exchange balances under data, you would be seeing that the exchange balances have been going down. What does that indicate? That indicates then okay, exchange balances have been going down. Okay, my friends, if you can see this, 24th was balance was 1.72 million. Look at 25th, how much is the balance right now? 1 point, it has gone down. It has gone down, right? If you can zoom into this, you will be able to understand this clearly as well, right? If you can zoom into right here, okay, exchange balances have come down again, right? And that is a simple reason that the whales are buying, and of course this has led to the drop in the price, high increase in the price, right? If you just take a look at the net flow of the total exchanges the last 24 hours, yes, it has increased, but look at the 7 days change. 5182 bitcoin have moved out of exchanges, guys, right? This kind of data gives me the idea. This kind of data gives me the confidence to tell you that you know the bear market is not in yet. Okay, now there are a few exchanges, for example, just analyze the top 3 4 exchanges. You'll have a fair bit of understanding. Look at Coinbase. This is where Coinbase Pro. This is where the whales roll. All right. It had an exchange outflow of 742 bitcoins, right? OKX definitely, is the second largest right now with the BTC balance. It, it saw a net increase of about 1,100. Binance again saw about 651 Bitcoin coming in. But for me, the most important criteria is this one, Coinbase Pro. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Guys, don't okay, so we'll just do the question answers right now, and we'll just analyze a couple of altcoins which I'm very very confident about, which I mentioned to you right at the beginning, FTM and Loopring. Okay, so don't go anywhere. I'll just take this question from Crypto World. Meta Hero, Crypto World is telling us that we mentioned about Meta Hero when it was about close to 20 cents. Now it's down to 6 cents. Okay, uh, not a good place to be in. Again, I never buy at the highest levels. Never do that. Uh, would you, again, if to be honest with you, I would recommend, if you are holding Meta Hero since then, look at the Meta Hero chart against Bitcoin or Ethereum. If you are getting a good price levels in regards to these two, you can consider moving out of your position as well. Okay, this is important. DCA now, DCA, I will rather put the money into Sandbox. I would rather put the money into Sandbox rather than Meta Hero at this point of time. Right. Okay, guys, let's move on. Let's go to the FTM chart. This is one altcoin, guys, which I have been talking about, and it gives me immense pleasure to tell you guys that it has been doing exceedingly well. It has been doing well, and I'm expecting a couple of weeks of a movement right here. Okay, it could be right here and forming a beautiful double bottom pattern, my friends. Okay, if it forms a beautiful double bottom pattern right here, I am going to buy it around possibly below $2. Okay, I'm very very confident about FTM Phantom, right? And below $2 is what I will look to buy. And of course, Mayank, US chart. Yes, of course. I will analyze the US chart as well. So if I were to talk about these ones, FTM, I think let us get all the moving averages first. There's also something on the Bitcoin chart I wanted to highlight. It is forming kind of a double bottom pattern on the RSI. I would show it to you as well. So we'll go to that as well. So we are bouncing off the 20 week, guys. It's extremely important, right? Anytime we are below the 20 week, the 20 week is at $2.16. We are riding the 20 week, right? Here we came down to the 50 week. If we come down to the 50 week, nothing like it, guys. Okay, and here we did it as a resistance, the 20 week, but immediately we got a pump. And this is why I'm so confident about this particular coin. This coin has a great potential, my friends. Okay, this look at this candle and look at this candle right here back in July 2021. Could this be the bottom? On July 28th, I'm definitely going to buy some. Sorry, on January 28th, I'm going to buy some more of FTM with you as well. Right, guys? Okay. Now let's jump on to the. Okay, let's jump on to US. I think, Mayank, it would be great if you can share the levels at which you have entered. We will do the analysis for you guys. Make sure to share across your altcoins as well. Uh, okay, yours has been going down considerably from the highs it made in May, right? It never actually recovered. In May, it made a high of about $15. It's down considerably, right? Uh, Again, if we look left on the charts, what we are able to understand is these are the lows, right? Approximately $2 is the lowest point right here. Okay, this is uh, let's look at the technicals first. Let's look at the RSI, the stochastic RSI, what they are telling us for this one. Mayank, I am afraid that I don't see any pattern right here. We are going down possibly. Again, if Bitcoin recovers, I would tend to look at US. If you took a position right here, consider flipping it either into Bitcoin or ETH if possible. Okay. Did you take position over $10, Mayank? Uh, do let me know. Okay. Was it around $10? In that case, I believe, again, I'm not saying it will never go to that range, but it looks very difficult from the current pricing, right? If there has to be a very strong fundamental thing that needs to pump the price right now, it's close to the bottom. It's close to the bottom right here. Okay, you took at 9. Look at this. Look at the support. Look at multiple times it has bounced off the $2.20 mark. This is, Mayank, I will not recommend you doing DCA into this one. Rather, again, $9. Did you take it on the way down on the way up? When did you take it? Did you take it in May, or did you take it towards, basically, all of this was back in May, of course. But did you take it towards the up, or did you take it towards the down? I am not too sure about the Web3 version of it. If it's coming out, could be great. Okay. I think that this is this is actually, quite a difficult position. I can understand, but let us see the Fibonacci right at the bottom, as mentioned, right? We If we draw this from the top to this bottom right here, if we draw it from the top to the bottom, uh, friends, I strongly believe that this has, it's close to the bottom, right? And even in the bear markets of 2018, 2019, it came down here as well. So I think if you are getting any good opportunity, uh, like if you are confident, if you know about this project, to be honest, I haven't done much research on it, right? It would not be fair from my side to talk about the fundamentals of this one because I haven't done much research on this one. But as for the chart, it looks like we might go up to about $4, about 4.3. That's the golden pocket. If we are getting rejected again, we could come down to $2 again. Okay, this is something that I am expecting, right? As of now, I would not DCA into this. I would rather put my funds into other ones and I'll wait for this to see what happens. If I'm getting anywhere close to break even in terms of Bitcoin or in terms of Ethereum, I'll flip it to either one of those tokens. Right, guys? Okay. Crypto world has another question between Sand and Mana. Which one is better? According to me, I told you at the beginning, right on the first week of November, you know, that according to me, Sand is going to be the token which is going to give you more returns in respect to Decentraland. Okay. But being said that, in March there is an event on the Decentraland. I believe there's some kind of a exhibition that is scheduled on in March. I believe leading to that event, Decentraland might see some kind of a pump. Okay, XRP. Okay, XRP. Let's do this XRP, and let's see what it is doing right now. Crypto world, do you have positions in XRP or how is it? It's forming a double bottom. It seems nice. It seems nice, and basically it has formed a double bottom. If you guys can understand that this is one bottom, this is the other one. Uh, could we see a pump to the upside? Possible, very very much possible. Haven't bought. If you haven't bought, then again I will wait for 28, 27, 28, because again, due to the Bitcoin expiry, right? These are good levels to buy, by the way. If you're buying anywhere below 60 cents, you are doing okay according to this particular chart. All right. And if I have to get the Fibonacci levels very quickly, yes, this is important chart right here. Okay. 60 is a very important level. If you're getting below 60 cents, I think XRP has good potential. Also, I think on the court case side of things with SEC, XRP has XRP has somewhat advantage against the SEC, right? But if you are going to these lows, possibly could be a good buy. Could be a good buy. Okay, uh, below 60 cents. Again, not a financial advisor. Do your research before investing. Uh, Rustavi is asking about what do you think about DAR, Mines of Darnia. I am not too sure about the fundamentals. I need to check whether we have, okay, the chart right open right here. Not much on the daily, weekly. Not too sure. Not too sure about this chart. To be honest with you, not enough data right here. Uh, I am not too sure about this one, Rustavi. Okay, not too sure. Okay, I wanted to analyze LRC for you. This is another altcoin which I'm very very much bullish about. I mentioned this to a lot of people about LRC. Okay, let's come back to LRC. I'll take Crypto World's question. So LRC currently, I think it had bottomed out at about 64 cents, 60 cents. 60 cents, 64 cents is this one that I'm expecting. This has, basically, if we go to the daily time frame right here, this is where the previous resistance was back here at 90. But if we take a look here, this is also a very good level around 64. So I am pretty much confident about this coin. If you are looking for any other altcoin, look at this. Enter around 64, if possible. If we get some kind of a dump to these levels, possibly if there's another big dump, I will possibly look into LRC once more at these levels. If it's breaking down below these, then of course, uh, another entry could be around the levels of 40 cents approximately, around 37, 38, 37 to 40 cents is another level which we should can look at. Okay, very quickly, the questions part of side of things. And Crypto World is asking, can sand go to $100 plus? Again, guys, what I strongly recommend you is look at the market cap rather than looking at the price. Okay, this is important to understand. And if we are looking at the market cap currently of Sandbox, at $3, it has a market cap of about 290. Oh, sorry, pardon me. At a price of about, what is the price right now? 1 second. Yes, we have Sandbox. It has a market cap of about $2.8 billion. Okay, guys, $2.8 billion is something that is some really, we can think of. And if I'm talking about $100, that approximately 33 times from here. Okay, and if we just simply multiply, let us simply multiply, okay, for your benefits. What is the market cap? $2.8 billion, 2.85. Let us multiply 2.85 with 33. How much does it comes to? It comes to $94 billion approximately. Okay, what is $94 billion currently? If we just scroll up right here, $94 billion with the current market cap. Okay, will put it at number put it at a market cap higher than Tether, right? But then again, we are not talking about the current position, isn't it? We are talking about a time when possibly the total market cap of Bitcoin could be somewhere around 2 trillion, $2.5 trillion, right? Uh, if that is the scenario, I believe it can happen. $100 could be a possibility for Sandbox. Okay. The flip side of things is it could very well go from $3 to 3 cents as well. Okay. But what is the risk to reward ratio? I think if we are buying Sandbox at around 250 to 40 and then basically holding it all the way, it could give us good returns. Even if not $200, even if it goes to, like, let's say my prediction is it will easily go to about $20, right? If it goes to about $20, even it goes to around that figure, that will be about close to 6x or 7x, right? That's also a good return, right? Crypto world is asking about why LRC is good. Again, LRC is with the fundamentals are strong of LRC. That's what I believe into. LRC has, basically, if you just look into this token right here, let me just do a quick search. It's currently at 82. I think it has potential to reach top 50 easily top 50. Okay. If I were to talk about the fundamental side of thing, then it's a ZK rollup project as well, right? That is something that I am very, very much uh, confident about. Okay. And okay, this doesn't have much information. Let me open coin market cap. Right. I don't generally open coin market cap for guys. I generally like to refer loop and gecko, but let's let's see. Okay, let us search about LRC. Yeah, LRC is at approximately position 82. This is the reason why I don't like coin market cap, guys. uh, Takes a lot of time, to be honest, a lot of time. uh, right. I could have searched about it, but I don't like the performance, guys, to be honest, of this one. Let me search about LRC. Okay. If you can see this right here. So if you just read through this, is a token on open protocol designed for building the decentralized crypto exchanges. And look at this one. This is very important. Looping's goal is to combine centralized order matching with decentralized on-chain blockchain order settlement into a hybridized product that will take the best aspects of both centralized and decentralized exchanges. So it is looking at combining the centralized exchanges along with the decentralized exchange. Okay, so this is extremely important, and I am very confident about it. Okay, this is extremely important, right? And uh, LRC would be doing good. Okay, guys. Uh, Vijay had a question. According to me, when would Ethereum take uh, $4,000 again? $4,000 should not be a challenge for Ethereum in this market cycle. Again, this market cycle is not over. I'm repeating this multiple number of times. It's at 2460. When I am going to buy, probably, if was this the bottom? I don't think so. If Bitcoin is going to about $30,000, then Ethereum would go to $1,700, approximately 1750, 1700 around that time, and I'm gonna buy that. And I presume towards the end of this market cycle, then of course, basically you can look into it, right? Towards the end of this market cycle would be the fourth quarter of 2022, third or fourth quarter of 2022, possibly fourth quarter of 2022, and possibly uh, 1 month into 2023. I don't know, possibly that could happen, and that is where uh, yeah, basically that is where it's gonna be, and I don't think that's gonna take that long to reach $4,000. Absolutely not. My predictions for Ethereum will be around, if you're going into uh, 2022, or let's say 2023, let's assume 2023, 2022 end, then of course, uh, I'll just pull out the weekly right here. Okay, and you guys can see according to this chart right here. Okay, I strongly feel that into 20 going into 2023, it can very well reach the highs of about 13 to $15,000 approximately, right? People would I would rather take a 13 to $15,000 rather than expecting it to reach 20 $25,000. Okay, this is something that I am expecting from Ethereum for this market cycle. Okay, again, don't always look at these altcoins against the US dollar. Look at them against Bitcoin as well, right? That's important. Okay, last question, guys. Last question. Uh, Crypto World is asking about any good NFTs. I covered about Cool Cats, has a decent floor price, and I believe that basically in the coming videos, in coming videos, there will be a lot of your basically a lot of good projects will be covered, right? Good NFTs will be covered. What I would like to from you guys is if you can share the NFT videos on Twitter. Okay, that would be phenomenal. That would be phenomenal. Okay, if you because NFT videos are not getting those kind of watch time that we would expect. But if you guys can share it more with your friends and family, definitely it gives us more inspiration, like how you did with IDOs are, we will cover more IDOs. I have already two in pipeline. I would cover up them as well, very good IDOs, and you can look into it as well. Okay, guys. All right then. Thank you so much. Yes, Cool Cats has about, I don't know, probably 12, 13 each floor price. Yes, that's possible. Okay, guys. Also, one more thing I was thinking about it is basically whether you guys would be interested in let's say pooling money together. Okay, let's say we give you a wallet, you put in your contribution. Of course, there would be a minimum contribution here as well. And would you guys be interested in pooling money and buying into these NFTs, like these big NFTs? Like for example, Cool Cats is an NFT which I'm very, very much confident about. Then the big ones, Crypto Punks, and so the few others. Would you guys be interested in that? I just want to know. Would you guys be interested in pooling money together and buying into NFTs? Of course, there will be like I may charge about 5 to 10% of the contribution for all the efforts and everything that would be there from our side, from CBC side. But would you guys be interested in doing that? What do you guys think? Quickly. Okay, what I'll do rather is I'll share a poll in the Telegram group. Okay, uh, anything under one Ethereum, I'll cover anything under one Ethereum shortly. As of now, there's nothing in my I can't think of it right away, but definitely I could think of something going into possibly uh, into the future. I'll definitely share a few NFTs below one Ethereum. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay blessed, stay happy. Share this video with all of your family and friends. Give them the opportunity to learn and earn from crypto, and share this video. and let's make this big. Okay, thank you. Bye.